Oda has now confirmed the existence of Banks, Shanks' twin brother. And there are some people that think this is a clone, but I highly doubt that's the case, and I'll explain why later in this video. But in this chapter, we see a magic circle much like what the Gorosei used to appear, and from the flames is the same guy we saw back then snitching to the Gorosei. Hey yo, my boy beat all the snitch allegations. He don't mess with the feds, bruh. But with that being said, who is this guy that looks exactly like him appearing in Elbaf? See, we know that Shanks was found in God Valley by Roger's crew after Zebek tried to take over the world, although I think that's just a cover story. But from what we saw in film Red, which we know all the information in this film is canon, Shanks was literally well dressed and taken care of, which could very well imply that Shanks is of a celestial dragon bloodline, but was raised by the king of pirates. He got separated from his bougie family when he was a baby, but found a new one with the pirates. Who was his original family, and why was he left in a treasure chest? The only one I can even attempt to answer is the former, which is what Oda is cooking for us in this chapter. See, just like the Gorosei did on Egghead Island, Banks and this mysterious woman who spawned with him, I believe, are members of the Holy Knights, the elite squad of fighters that Dragon warned us about. This is where I believe Shanks' strength comes from. He and his brother are descended from the royal line of the Fagalan family. This is why Banks pulled up during the revelry, and the Gorosei said given his standing, he should have nothing to do with politics, because he's a member of Imu's elite death squad. I mean, that's essentially what they are. And as for what Banks is doing in Elbaf, the answer is simple. Imu wants Joy Boy dead. After the fiasco that was the Egghead Island incident, it ain't no secret that Imu is being stressed. Remember, when the Straw Hats escaped Egghead Island, the Vice Admirals were considering pursuing them all the way to Elbaf, but they were told that it wasn't important. Imu then proceeded to switch up their entire loadout. Bro cooked Saturn, put Figalan Garling as the newest Gorosei, then someone who looked exactly like Shanks and Figalan when he was young pulls up on Elbaf in a circle of black fire and smoke. The circle is clearly an ability that Imu specifically has to them, or it could just be another advanced form of Haki that we haven't seen before, which would kind of make sense because we can confirm that Imu has existed before the Void Century, an event which most likely led to people forgetting a lot of knowledge. I mean, most regular people in One Piece don't even know that Haki is real, and they think that devil fruits are a myth. So everything we've seen the characters do with Haki in the story so far is all that can be done with Haki is big cap. Because unless Oda is going to introduce magic or sorcery as a late stage power system, there is no explanation for this. We even saw that with the Gorosei circle, Saturn had the number 5 on his circle, but Banks had no number on his circle. Imu clearly sent Bro here to deal with Joy Boy, but I believe that that's not his only mission. See, judging from the way that we've seen the higher branches of government operate, we know that they only dispatch people to handle situations when there are multiple objectives to be achieved. And on Elbaf right now, I'm willing to bet that there are multiple objectives that need to be achieved. Starting off with Joy Boy being taken out. I mean, Luffy hasn't discovered the full extent of his abilities and what they are, but he's getting close to it. Remember, in this chapter, Ripley was already telling them about the fable and legend of the warrior that looked exactly like him in his white form. Ripley even says she wanted to see him in his white form. I mean, Elbaf is where the legend of the sun god Nika started. The second is Nico Robin. I said in one of my earlier videos that I believe Robin was going to become a very important character in the final saga and in the story in general coming up. And given that she's the only one who can read the poneglyphs and the government has been trying to capture her for 22 years, besides making sure Luffy died, this was CP0's other mission in Wano to capture Nico Robin. And that was literally like what, a month, maybe less in One Piece time, bruh. But the biggest goal Banks made on Elbaf is to destroy the massive library that they possess. The Owl Library, the one that was shown to us in this chapter. Remember, on Ohara, it wasn't just about killing the scholars who were studying, it was also about annihilating all of the work that they had done. A combination of Luffy, Nico Robin, and all this knowledge on Elbaf at time. Yo, this is Imu's worst nightmare, bro. We saw how stressed they were after Joy Boy's Haki basically nullified all of that power that allowed the Gorosei to teleport there, which is also another reason that makes me think it could possibly be a devil fruit power. See, we know that Haki is capable of nullifying devil fruit powers or overwhelming other people's Haki if it's stronger, and That Haki Blast basically sent the Gorosei all the way back to Morijua and knocked them out of their transformations. And if Luffy learns ancient knowledge and becomes as strong as the old Joy Boy, yo, Imo is cooked, bruh. 800 years just for your biggest op to return, bruh. And the progression of attempts on Luffy and Robin makes sense. At first they sent CP0 and that failed miserably. Then the Gorosei was sent but they couldn't catch them. So now Imo is sending in the A squad, the ones who always get the job done, the Holy Knights. I mean, think about it. When Luffy punched a Celestial Dragon, bruh, they said that was the first time a Celestial Dragon had been harmed in over 100 years. Which means, at the God Valley incident, even though we had the Rocks, the Roger Pirates there, not a single Celestial Dragon was hurt, bruh. These guys are efficient at their job, and I'm assuming since Garling was just promoted to the Gorosei that he had a very high standing among the Celestial Dragons, which means that Banks could potentially be the captain or vice captain of the Holy Knights. Now the real question is, how strong are these Holy Knights? And I'm willing to bet that these guys are absolute smoke demons. Remember what I said about the God Valley thing? Dragon himself confirmed that they were going to be difficult to deal with, which is probably why Imo only dispatched 2 of them to handle this mission, because their success rate at these things is insane. But overall, I'm still backing my theory that Elbaf is heading towards a civil war. Notice in this chapter we learned that the elders of Elbaf disagreed with King Harold's ideas about no longer plundering the seas and leaving the world burnt to ash in your wake. And currently there is no king of Warland, but Loki has a claim to the throne, a claim that we know the characters we're watching like Saul, Dory, Brocky, Ripley have rejected. But there may be some on the island who believe in what Loki's teaching. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that the person he was speaking to on the phone could have been this woman right here that was summoned. He used the term Mosa, which indicated a high position, and this moment she was talking about could refer to Saturn dying or the Egghead Island incident as a whole. We don't know what the Celestial Dragons are taught growing up, so this could be Oda deeping his own story further and showing us just like how much they're brainwashed or what they're meant to believe. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Yo, if you like the video, bro, just make sure and hit that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you watch a couple videos now, yo, hit the subscribe button, fam. You clearly like the content. But I really just want to say thank you to all of you guys that watch my videos and like and comment and shit. Definitely, I appreciate the support so much, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.